Alright, I am back, and through the magic of a YouTube, about 10 minutes later, since I said be right back, I finally have broken that thing loose. So just comes right up. So yeah, this was a pain in the tail. Um, yeah, but this was necessary to come off because the way it seats in the phone, it closes the gap on the top. So this had to come out. So I am contemplating on mounting in the new phone. Just gonna let this dry because I hit it with like a ton of IPA. So, yeah, it's probably gonna take a minute to dry. Um, I don't like using glue, so let me look at my adhesive box here. Let's see. Okay, that's what I was looking for. I mean, I'll use liquid glue for screens, or if I absolutely have to. But it's just messy. Tubes dry up. Gets pretty expensive. So I try and avoid using it at all costs. So this tape, it's just a 1 millimeter double-sided electronics tape. Picked it up on Amazon for like $5. This is not what I use on screens and whatnot. I just use it for tacking stuff like this. So, let's grab my scissors here. Because it's so darn thin. Here we go. Uh, Sometimes it's short to find the end of this thing. So, let's go ahead and prep this for installation. I'm just going to get this on here. And this is really strong. I mean, I've used this as a supplemental adhesive on phones for, um, along with the back cover adhesive um, on the S series phones, the Galaxy S series phones, held up very well. Um, and I mean, it holds just enough. Um, so, and then for my screen repair and whatnot, I use uh, the 2 millimeter Tesa tape. Um, that again, I'm going to mention my vendor, my main vendor in the U.S., Injured Gadgets. You can get it from them. You can get it from Amazon. These videos are not sponsored. Um, and just to be transparent, as I'm working, uh, I am open to sponsored videos in the future. And I do promise that they will not bias my videos in any way. I will still, provide the same, candid feedback that I've been giving the couple videos that I posted thus far. Um, so, let's and this is not going to incorporate because it's very thin. Okay, let's push this down with the spudger if I can find it. There we go. Came off by itself. Okay, even better. So let's get the new. Set this up because I will need it for something else. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use the styrofoam that came packaged on just to help protect it. I'll line this up here. Just pops in just like so. And the speaker, the earpiece, I'll just put it in loosely for now. Okay. So put it in just like so. So that is that. That's ready to roll. Next thing up to go into the housing is the vibrator motor. I'm going to use the Tesla tape that I mentioned earlier. It's a little wider. Vibrator motor takes a little more of a beating in the phone, so something a little stronger. So that's a little piece here. So and this is where right to repair comes in what I mentioned earlier. Manufacturers lock down these phones where, I had no choice than to go aftermarket on the screen. I mean, not to say that aftermarket screens are all bad, but I recently, I may actually do a video on that device in the future. I recently did a screen replacement on my mom's cell phone, which is a Samsung Samsung A10e. Needed, as I said, a screen replacement. Nice little phone. I mean, she doesn't chat, she doesn't use the internet. She just needed a basic phone. So, and she smashed the screen on it. So, she's like, can you please replace it for me? So, I got a in-cell aftermarket screen locally from one of the places I do business with here in Greece, and this screen is, without the device falling, without the device, the screen is basically falling apart, and it's been maybe about a month. So it's it's upsetting because I spent like 30 euros with shipping on a screen that's, if I was in the US, I could have gotten a refurb screen for that, better quality, original, Samsung, but it is what it is, I guess. But so, anyways, not to go off on a tangent, back to the repair. So next thing up, let's go ahead and let's see what I want to do next. Let's get this motherboard in. So let me two small parts that have to be replaced are in. So let's take off this protective backing and drop the board in. So, bam. Front camera snapped in. There's a black colored screw, a little tip. A lot of these phones have same size screws. That's what I love about Samsung. And then they'll throw in this off-colored off screw. I just use a red permanent marker, fine tipped, to just mark the hole that goes in, so I'll remember where it came from. I still try and organize the screws if they're different sizes, but that also helps a lot, especially like this where I've had the phone just sitting there for such a long time. It's a model that I don't work on a lot, so I've only done a couple of these. Actually, I think the second one I've done, and that was back cover replacement, so battery replacement. So I really haven't done a deep dive into this phone yet. This is my first deep dive into the A51. So let's go ahead and get the charging board in next. And pop that in. There are new screws here. Let me just double check my work for a second, guys. Okay. Now for the fingerprint sensor. And fingers crossed that this thing is going to work. And I am not out more money. Because after my last office disaster, I'm bleeding really bad right now, financially. So, fingers crossed this thing works. I can get it resold and recoup some of my recent losses. So let's put that little baggie aside. Trying to get this smunched up. So this just drops in here. And I already see okay, never mind. So a potential issue, but we are good. And just to compare the price with shipping, I paid €64 for this display, and the genuine one was like 110 with shipping. So almost half price, pretty much. So let's just hope that I can get this damn thing darn thing to work. Pardon my French, guys. Um, so, um, the antenna cable. I hate these things. Snapped in. Alright, so basically what I'm going to do, let me fast forward. Uh, Last thing I have to do is get this ribbon cable in, get the battery. Let's actually get this battery just thrown in. I am not going to hear the battery down because, as I said, I probably will be replacing it. So let me just get this button back up. So what I'm going to do next is get the get this flex cable back in here. Get the mid frame in. So I'll just sit back up, screw it back in, get the phone turned on, and actually I'll be right back to turn on the phone and connect the battery for the first time. So let me be right back.